Hello. It should be streaming now. Are you sure you haven't gone into the old stream? Has it changed? I should be streaming. Am I streaming? Can someone let me know if I'm streaming or not? Because this isn't going well. Everything's changed and I'm not very good at this. Is it streaming? I can't tell if it's streaming or not. There's YouTube has changed a load of its stuff at the back end, which is very irritating. It looks like it's streaming, but what I would suggest you do, seeing as it should be streaming, let me pause this music. This is as good as this music is, of course. Hi everyone. Sorry about this. This is all gone a bit odd because my streaming software's changed and I don't know what's happened. So it disconnected my microphone and it disconnected the video, but it is working now, it appears. So if you could, I don't know if I've got my angles right, that way I think is the download for the form. If you can download the form, I'll give you a few minutes because clearly it has messed up. I'll probably start in 6 minutes at 8:10. I've chosen the wrong way, it's that way. Sorry. Download the form. What you need to do is you download that form and then you put in your details, and I will broadcast the questions here. Once the questions are broadcast, you type the answers into the Google form, and then at the end of the form, at the end of the quiz, you just submit the form. There's no need for you to tell me that you're taking part. Anyone can take part. It is nice to know if you're taking part, so do send me messages if you are and you have any questions. Also, you can put messages into the YouTube comments, as some people already have. Thank you, Razor Zaman, for telling me it was the other way. It was the other way. You're quite right. So yeah, if you could just get into your teams, get all your things. Can anyone else hear me, or is it just James who can't hear me? You should be able to hear in the background a little bit of Lauryn Hill, which I'll pop up. She's swearing there, I think, which is the way it goes in and out. But you should also be able to hear me. Can everyone hear me? Let me hide my face. So, go get some drinks, snacks, all that kind of stuff, and download that form. So that's tiny.cc/RPQ1009. That isn't the American date format, that is the standardised date format. I've just left off the year. So 2020-1009, that's the 9th of October. Do please get that. And thank you for the comments already. It's good to see some comments. It's very helpful. Okay, hopefully you've all got your stuff together. Just to love it. I'll give you another 2 minutes. So you need the form, team name, and the number of people in your team would be helpful. That's actually just for information. So don't worry, there's only a few minutes of this. Right, I'm going to start now. Anyway, let's put this down. That was Doves with, I forget, Black and White Town. It's quite an old song, actually. Hello, everyone. Apologies for the number of technical problems that I'm facing at the moment. It's all my fault. So we'll start pretty soon. We'll start in a minute or so. Hopefully I've got 17 concurrent users. I think that means there's a number of people watching. So hopefully that's okay. I know a lot of people watching Teams, so hopefully there's still quite a number of people actually taking part. Do download the form down there for the answers here. And we will start. I'll explain a bit more, but I will start now. I think that makes sense to start now. So let's go. Obviously, that's cut out again. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's meant to do the THX music. Anyway, here's the timings for what we're doing. Let me move my face so that you can see the timings. So that's the stream start, obviously a bit late. The quiz is starting about 5 minutes late. I would still think the end of the quiz is about 20 past still. Submission deadline 9:30, depending on how many teams there are. I reckon 9:45 or 10 o'clock for the answers. Doesn't look like there's a huge amount of teams today, so might be a little bit quicker. Let's keep going. So last time we had a number of teams taking part. There was 7 teams, I think. Let me move myself here. The 7th Quarantimo, Quizzy Rascals, Deadwood, and my solo quiz hell. That's a side project from the regular team, my 20-year quiz hell. In 3rd place was CanCon. 2nd place was my 20-year quiz hell, Deposed. And the reigning champions are KNC with a brilliant performance last time to stomp home. The form, once you've got it, if you have a look, there are multiple pages, as I said, and if you've done this before, which I guess most of you have now, just sign up on the page. You've got basically chunks of answers here, 4 answer pages effectively. The picture round, I'm going to play some music and there'll be some pictures on screen. You can also download those. Then there will be some more questions, music in between, then another picture round, then more questions. Okay, so we'll start here. This time there's something a little bit different for the music round, not massively different. Each of the songs will have 2 artists. So generally it will be an artist and a featured artist with them. So you need to put 2 artists in. There's only 1 answer space, but there you'll get 2 points if you put both of the artists in. Obviously 1 point if you get one of the artists and the song as well. So let's get going on those. And the other thing is obviously with the pictures, there'll be 7 pictures. I want the first names to give you the first letter of each from each picture. And there's 8 pictures in the second picture round. 7 plus 8 is however many you think it is. And then the anagram will be a 15-letter word. It's 15-letter film. Okay, right, let's go then. We will start. You can download the form from up there as well. Okay, well, there's the first song. Hopefully you've got that. So remember, this time, for the first time ever, what we're trying to do is we are needing two answers for the artist. So there's 2 points for that. So don't forget to do that. Right, the first round is general knowledge. And general knowledge is a nice place to start. Generally current affairs, so we will start here. There's 5 questions here, and then I'm going to go into another 5 question grouping, and then there'll be music after that. Okay, so question 1. Who is to front the number 10 TV briefings instead of the Prime Minister? Okay, so this person was announced this week. Who is to front the number 10 TV briefings instead of the Prime Minister? It is a female. I'm not quite sure where that isn't fitting. I might have to change this a little bit. Okay, so which marked as an ex-journalist for some reason. I'm not sure why. But who is that who's going to front the number 10 TV briefings instead of the Prime Minister? An effort to be more televisual by the current government. Question 2 then. What time is closing time for pubs, bars and restaurants in the UK at the moment? As a clue, it's not yet. Not quite yet, anyway. So number 2, what time is closing time for pubs, bars and restaurants in the UK at the moment due to lockdown regulations? Okay, relatively simple, I think. Question 3, Louise Gluck has been awarded which prize this week? Pretty famous prize, pretty big prize for this particular person. Okay, so Louise Gluck has been awarded which prize this week? Okay, and then we've got question 4. That's how the numbers work. When Public Health England was abolished, who was made chair of the National Institute for Health Protection, the replacement for Public Health England? This person has been in the news quite a lot. I would imagine that you could probably guess his or her name fairly easily. Well, hopefully. I know it's a lot of coronavirus-based questions over the last 6-7 months. It's been almost 7 months now that we've been doing this, which is a very long time, obviously. Okay, so number 4, when Public Health England was abolished, very recently, who was made chair of the National Institute of Health for Health Protection? Okay, and I would argue question 5 is maybe a little bit harder. If you don't get it, probably most of the teams won't either. Number 5, which British MP for Weston-super-Mare since 2005 is married to the answer of question 4? Okay, so question 5, which British MP for Weston-super-Mare since 2005 is married to the answer of question 4? The answer for question 1 has a few well-known people within their circle as well, but I haven't answered that question. Okay, so number 5, which British MP for Weston-super-Mare is married to the answer of question 4? I know that means you're meant to get question 4 as well, so it's quite difficult, but question 4 is relatively easy, I think. And if you haven't got question 4, think about something that would be relatively easy. Round 2 then, there's 5 questions here. These are visual, so you're going to need to look. I am not going to offer downloads of these, so you do need to look carefully. What I'm going to do, these are sports, and not all courts actually. I've used that merely because it rhymes with sports, but they are pitches or courts or play areas for 5 different sports. All I want you to do is tell me which sport they are for. I've changed the colours in some cases, or maybe not. Maybe I've tricked you, who knows? But all I'm going to do is I'll leave that up there, and I want you to just tell me what sport it is. Nice and simple. It'll be about 20 seconds. I'll leave it up there. And do let me know if that's not enough time. So question 1, what sport is this? Question 1, what sport is this? A pitch or a court or a playing area for? I meant to actually get the music for Court Change for Super Tennis on the Super Nintendo to be the slide change on this, but I didn't get it in time. I'll see if I can get it for the answers. It's a good game, Super Tennis. Question 1 there, what sport is that? The second sport is here. Look very carefully. That's not flat, to give you a clue. Okay, that is, the way that that's shaded should represent the fact that it's not flat. And remember, the colours could be very different. Okay. Looking, any comments, please pop them in the chat if you're not sure about any of these. Okay, the next one, question 3 on this. Okay, the colours I have amended. Look very carefully at this. Okay, so I would suggest looking carefully at this one. Okay, another one here. Again, look very carefully at each of the lines and what they might represent. And remember, what I've done is I've changed the colours on all of these, so they're effectively monochrome. Okay, so you need to look pretty carefully to see what sport that would be. Well, I don't know if you need to look pretty carefully, but you do need to look quite carefully. That's question 4. There's one more in this round. What sport could this be? I honestly can't remember how I've changed the colours on these or what the original colours were, but again, do look carefully. There's a few odd markings on there. Let's have a guess at those. Or you just know them. That's probably the best way of getting this right. Okay, the next one is the music round. So I've had 10 questions so far. You should find in your forms that you're on to now the second page, and we're on to the music round. Let's go. So remember, we need 2 artists for this, so there's 3 points for this. Okay, let's go.
Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey.
I know a place where the grass is really greener, warm, wet and wild. There must be something in the water. Sipping gin and juice, laying underneath the palm trees. And the birds break their necks, trying to creep a little sneak peek.
What?
You could travel the world, but nothing
turn it up cause it's getting heavy. Wild, wild, West Coast. These are the girls I love the most. I mean the ones, I mean like she's the one. Kiss her, touch her, squeeze her buns. The girl's afraid she drive a Jeep and live on the beach. I'm okay, I won't play, I love the bay, just like I love LA. Venice Beach and Palm Springs. Summertime is everything. Homeboys banging out, all that ass hanging out. Bikinis, zucchinis, martinis, no weenies, just the king and the queenie. Katie, my lady, look at here, baby. I'm all up on you, cause you representing California. Wish you all could be California girls.
Right, hello, I'm back. I'm getting very confused. Anyway, round 3 is called unification. That in the background there, you may not know. I can't remember what it is, but if you can remember, it will give you a clue. Unification. This month is the 30th anniversary, I believe, of the German reunification. So that happened in 1990. Very exciting. I think it's the 3rd of October. I hope I haven't given any answers away. We've got 5 questions on this. Let's go. Question 1. On what date did the Berlin Wall fall? Question 1. On what date? I'm going to put my face here. Question 1. On what date did the Berlin Wall fall? I need the real date. You will get half for the month and the year. Okay, so question 1. When did the Berlin Wall fall? It's a big date. And I would imagine for most people playing this, they do remember it. Question 2. What was the capital of West Germany? Number 2. What was the capital of West Germany? Current capital of Germany is Berlin. It isn't that. That was not the capital of West Germany. Number 3. East Germany produced one car, and what was it called? East Germany produced one car called what? What was the name of that single car the East Germans could drive around? Some of them liked it, but they didn't know any better. That's probably why. It's a pretty cool looking car though, to be fair, in its own way. What was that car called? Question 4, probably a bit trickier. Which region or state of the 16 in Germany is the most populous? Okay, so there's 16 regions in Germany. Some of them are city-states, but which of those 16 is the most populous, i.e. has the most people in it, per the latest census? Okay, which is the most populous? Question 5 before some more music. From February 1990, Angela Merkel served as which party spokeswoman in the GDR? Okay, so very much the tail end of the GDR. I think these were the last free and fair elections in the GDR, first and last. Just before then, she was a spokeswoman for a party. Which party was that? I will accept 2 different answers, actually. Well, I'll accept any of them, but I'll give you the correct mark for 2 of them. I'll accept anything. I'm a very accepting person. Next one then, music. This is really to give you some time to think about the previous questions, some of which were quite tricky, I thought. So remember the song and the artists, please.
Like the legend of the phoenix, all ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. Love. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no ribbon. Your gift keeps on giving. What is this I'm feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm with it. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We're up all night to get. 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 We're up all night to get lucky. 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 Come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We're up all night to get lucky.
Okay, right. So hopefully you've got that. Not super tricky, I don't think. Let's see. The next round is based on screen time. Right. So here, questions about games or films or TV or maybe even other things based on your screen. So let's have a go. Question 1. What happens in the film Tenet? That 2020 is how many points you get if you can answer that. Not really. Question 1. According to IMDb, how many films, not including shorts, has Tenet director Christopher Nolan directed? How many films has he directed, including Tenet? How many films has Christopher Nolan directed? Question 2. Which company was the first sponsor of long-running soap Coronation Street? I have spelt that appallingly. Which company was the first sponsor of long-running soap Coronation Street? That is not how you spell coronation. Top tip for you. That is not how you spell coronation. But the long-running soap on ITV, which company was the first sponsor of it? It wasn't a huge amount of time ago, so it might be something that you remember. It was quite big news at the time. Question 3. How many episodes are there of Friends? The ludicrously popular sitcom, popular with many of you watching this, I'm sure. How many episodes are there of Friends? There are 10 seasons of Friends, so you can maybe have a stab at that. I might give half marks depending on how I feel, and if you're pretty close, so if you're within maybe 10, but I'm not sure yet, so I might not give you a half mark. You'll definitely get a mark if you get it exactly right, though. How many episodes of Friends? Number 4. Which company is the developer of Candy Crush Saga? So I was looking this up. This is the second most downloaded game on Google Play, I believe. The other game, I can't even remember what it was called. Don't think I've heard of it. Number 4. Which company is the developer of Candy Crush Saga? And question 5. Which video is the most watched on YouTube of all time? And a little tip for you, it's not me. I don't think it's any quiz, actually. I think it might be something of about 5 or 6 minutes length. Which video is the most watched on YouTube of all time? I'm very much in the billions of views. According to my stats thing over there, I have 24 playbacks on this, so I don't think I'm going to be beating that particular one. Okay, so that's that part over. The next picture round is coming up. Remember, there'll be 8 pictures here. Take the first letters of each of these and use that to make to give you 15 letters altogether with the 7 from the previous. Again, you can download the picture rounds if you would like. I will put it in the comments again, and the link will be there as well. So there will be 15 altogether. That will give you the letters for an anagram. Get the anagram for 7 points. So it's very important that you get it. If you have any designs on winning, I have a feeling the winners will get the anagram. Okay, let's go. And the music as well, remember. Apologies. Let's...
Call me that! Don't call
I
me
think
that!
you're taking this too far.
But you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom. I sent 2 letters back in autumn, you must not have got them. There probably was a problem in the post office or something. Sometimes I scribble addresses too sloppy when I jot them. But anyways, what's been up, man? How's your daughter? My girlfriend's pregnant too, I'm about to be a father. If I have a daughter, guess what I'ma call her? I'ma name her Bonnie. I read about your Uncle Ronnie too, I'm sorry. I had a friend kill himself over something who didn't want him. I know you probably hear this every day, but I'm your biggest fan. I even got the underground shit that you did with Scam. I got a room full of your posters and your pictures, man. I like the shit you did with Ruckus too, that was fat. Anyways, I hope you get this, man. Hit me back, just a chat. Truly yours, your biggest fan. This is Stan. Dear Slim, you still ain't called a roll. I hope you have a chance. I ain't mad. I just think it's up you don't answer fans. If you didn't want to talk to me outside the concert, you didn't have to. But you could have signed an autograph for Matthew. That's my little brother, man. He's only 6 years old. We waited in the blistering cold for you for 4 hours and you just said no. That's pretty, man. You're like an idol. He wants to be just like you, man. He likes you more than I do. Sometimes I even myself to see how much it's like adrenaline. The pain is such a sudden rush for me. See, everything you say is real, and I respect you cause you tell it. My girlfriend's jealous cause I talk about you 24/7. But she don't know you like I know you, Slim. No one does. She don't know what it was like for people like us growing up. You gotta call me, man. I'll be the biggest fan you'll ever lose. Sincerely yours, Stan. P.S. We should be together too. Call and write my fans. This will be the last package I ever send your ass. It's been 6 months and still no word. I don't deserve it. I know you got my last 2 letters. I wrote the addresses on them perfect. So this is my cassette I'm sending you. I hope you hear it. I'm in a car right now. I'm doing 90 on the freeway. I love you, Slim. We could have been together. Think about it. You ruined it now. I hope you can't sleep and you dream about it. And when you dream, I hope you can't sleep and you scream about it. I hope your conscience eats at you when you can't breathe without me. See, Slim? I'm trying to talk. Hey, Slim, that's my girlfriend. But I didn't throw. I just... See, I ain't like you. Cause if she's suffering more, and then she'll too. Well, gotta go. I'm almost at the bridge now. Oh, I forgot. How am I supposed to send it out? Dear Stan, I meant to write you sooner, but I just been busy. You said your girlfriend's pregnant now. How far along is she? Look, I'm really flattered you would call your daughter that. And here's an autograph for your brother. I wrote it on the starter cap. I'm sorry I didn't see you with the show. I must have missed you. Don't think I did that intentionally just to diss you. But what's you said about you like the your wrist too? I say that clowning, dog. Come on, how fish you? You got some issues, Stan. I think you need some counseling to help your ass from bouncing off the walls when you get down some. And what's that's like that'll make me not want us to meet each other. I really think you and your girlfriend need each other, but maybe you just need to treat her better. I hope you get to read this letter. I just hope it reaches you in time before you hurt yourself. I think that you'll be doing just fine if you relax a little. I'm glad I inspire you, but Stan, why are you so mad? Try to understand that I do want you as a fan. I just don't want you to do some crazy. I seen this one on the news a couple weeks ago that made me sick. Some dude was drunk and drove his car over a bridge. And in the car they found a tape, but they didn't say who it was to. Come to think about it, his name was, it was you. Damn.
Right, then. That is the last one there. The last, well, not the last one. That is the music there. Do remember to put the song, the 2 artists involved there. Pictures. You should have an anagram, 15 letters. I made that song hopefully a little bit easier and a little bit longer to give you a bit more time to do the anagram. Some people I know have already got the anagram very snugly. So the next round, round 5, the ordinals. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Number 1, which is the highest selling games console of all time? Number 1, which is the highest selling games console of all time? Question 2, the second question. What was the name of Adele's second album? I'm not sure she necessarily suffered from second album syndrome, but what was the name of that second album? Most artists, of course, spend years and years pouring everything into their first album, and then they often have to come up with a second one quite quickly. But a lot of bands, I think their best work is a second album, actually. I believe this is her best-selling one. Number 3, what is the third most populous city in the UK? 3, another populous one. What is the third most populous city in the UK? One thing I will tell you is the third least populous city in the UK is the City of London. So that should give you a clue as to what probably isn't the first one, if you're working that out. Okay, so number 3, what is the third most populous city in the UK? The third least populous city in the UK is the City of London. Okay, and this is city in the sense of UK regional government, I guess. Okay, so there are some big cities in the UK, of course, but London is broken up into many. So the third least populous is the City of London. Okay, 4th. What is the 4th prime number? That's the 4th smallest prime number. Okay, in maths, what is the 4th prime number? I'm always a bit wary of putting maths questions in because I usually get those people moaning at me afterwards about how I'm wrong. We shall see. We shall see. And the last one, located at approximately 127 degrees east, what is the 5th tallest skyscraper in the world? Okay, so that's is that longitude or latitude? I think that's latitude. Or is it longitude? I can't remember actually. I think it's longitude. Anyway, located at approximately 127 degrees east, what is the 5th tallest skyscraper in the world? Should give you a bit of a clue as to the location. Okay. So on to the next set of questions. No music for this little interlude. This is the sports round, another one. Sports courts we've had. Okay, so number 1 in swimming. Who is the most decorated female Briton in swimming? Okay, multiple medal winning at multiple championships. Who is the most decorated of all of the female British swimmers? So that will be totaling up gold, silvers, bronzes. I don't know if they get anything other than those. Might get a garland or something. Who knows? Well, lots of people probably know, but not me. Okay, it's the most decorated female Briton in swimming. Question 2. Who was the winner of the recent 2020 Tour de France? Should be a nice easy one for many of you, and frankly impossible for some of you as well. But hopefully one person in each of your teams will have that. Question 3. Which franchise is the winningest in NBA history? So that's which team has won the most actual individual games. So I don't mean tournaments, I mean individual games. So which franchise is the winningest in NBA history? To give you an example, if you've been in the tournament, if you've been in the NBA for 3 years and you've won the title 3 times, that probably doesn't mean that you've won the most games, even though you've won 3 titles, which might be quite a lot. Or 10 titles, or 20 titles. It's the number of games won. Okay, so which franchise is the winningest in NBA history? It's a great American English word, I like it, winningest. And franchise for team is also quite American English. Question 4. Which football player was transferred for the largest fee this summer across Europe? probably I think it's probably the world as well. I'm not sure, absolutely sure, but probably is. So, which football player was transferred for the largest fee this summer across all of Europe? Okay, so some big teams across Europe, of course. You've got the Spanish sides, German sides, Italian sides, and the English sides, who will probably be capable of spending large amounts of money. Okay, so which football player was transferred for the largest fee this summer? Question 5, just before the music. Who was the last female winner of the BBC Sports Personality of the Year? Okay, the last decade or so at least has been all male, so you do have to go back a bit. It's been a while. Number 5, who was the last female winner of the BBC Sports Personality of the Year? Okay, and then we're on to some more music after that. So there's the sports done. I know some people don't like the sports round, so get those done and out of the way. Okay, so let's see what we get for the music here. It's not starting.
Turned away from it all like a blind man. Sat on the fence, but it don't work.
Keep coming up with love, but it's so slashed and torn.
Why?
Insanity laughs and the pressure we're breaking.
Can we give ourselves one more chance? Why can't we give love that one more chance? Why can't we give love, give love, give love, give love, give
pressure, under pressure, pressure.
That basically goes on forever. They just keep clicking their fingers. That song is actually not finished recording. Anyway, right, the next questions are going to be on something that I actually give training on at work. So hopefully you'll be able to get these right. If you work with me and you get these wrong, it may come up in your next appraisal, so just be careful of that. It is been in the news recently. It is Excel, Microsoft Excel, the spreadsheet of joy for some, pain for most others, completely nonplussed for a few people in between, I would imagine. Anyway, we've got 5 questions on Excel. Can you excel at these? Yes, I use that. You never thought I would do that. How many rows does the .xls file format allow? How many rows of data does the .xls file format allow? Not the newer .xlsx one. Okay. And you might think, oh, why would I need to know that? Well, some people you do need to know that. Sometimes you do. Question 2. Before Microsoft Excel was released, which spreadsheet software was the most popular? So in the 80s, this was the case. Eventually bought by IBM, this company that made this spreadsheet software. I don't believe they make it anymore. I think the second most popular now is probably Google Sheets, which I do this slideshow off, actually. I use Google Sheets for that. Question 3. So question 2, what was that spreadsheet software that was popular before Microsoft Excel? Question 3, what was this guy's name? Not me. I'll move myself. This guy, what was his name? It was always very helpful, I thought. It's a good way of judging whether someone was actually having difficulty with what they were doing. Okay, so question 3, what is this guy's name? Question 4, what is the shortcut key for the help function? This is actually the same across all of the Microsoft products, and it isn't just let's send Saif an instant message. There is actually a key for the help function, which you can all press. If you don't know it now, you'll know it by the time the answers come around. Very useful. It's also not the shortcut key to Google and then Excel, which is actually probably a better help. Okay, so what is the shortcut key for the help function in Microsoft Excel? And the last question in the Excel round. In which year did Microsoft first release Excel for Apple computers? Okay, so in which year did Microsoft first release Excel for the Apple computer line? It's a long time ago, but when was it? Okay, we've not got too much longer to go. There's one more round, so I'll play the music here, then one more round, then the last bit of music, and then I'm going to very, very quickly rattle through all the questions again, just to make sure that you've at least seen them. So if you've got any you haven't got, if you've got any questions that you're unsure of at the moment, you can't remember what the actual question was, I will rattle through them again. But anyway, first, the penultimate music round. Let's go. Right, there we go, last round then. Screen time again, screen time 2, the return. I'm going to put my face in again because it's easier. Right, so question 1, which film won the last BAFTAs award for Best Film? Okay, so that's the 2019 BAFTAs. Which film won Best Film in that? The BAFTAs. Question 2. When is the Xbox Series X to be released? And it is this year. The date, I need the date there. Okay, what date is the Xbox Series X to be released this year? I'm pretty loath to give you half marks there, seeing as there's not much of this year to go. But it will be this year. Question 3. Within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which film has grossed least at the box office? Okay, so number 3. Within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which film has grossed the least at the box office? It's still quite a ridiculously large sum of money, in my opinion. But it is the lowest of all of the MCU films. Question 4. The Western version of Super Mario Bros. 2 was a reskin of what Japanese game? Famously, Super Mario Bros. 2 was a reskin of another game. What was that game? I've recently been playing Super Mario Bros. 35. It is not the 35th edition, but it is a Super Mario Bros. Battle Royale version on the Switch. If anyone wants to send me the friend code, you can do that via the normal channels. I don't know how you play together on Super Mario Bros. 35, but it is a pretty fun game. It's like a Mario Brothers version of Tetris 99, which is probably a more fun game, actually, to be fair. So, what is this a reskin of? Super Mario Bros. 2 was a reskin of which game? And the last question in the quiz. 25 years ago, which presenter replaced Bruce Forsyth on the Generation game? 25 years ago, which presenter replaced Bruce Forsyth on the Generation game? That's actually quite difficult to say. Which presenter replaced Bruce Forsyth on the Generation game? It's like a little mini tongue twister. Anyway, the last song, this is a slightly longer song. At the end of the song, I will run through how to enter, obviously, and I'll go through all the questions again very quickly, and we'll see how we're doing for time. Okay, so last question done. Now's this last song. Song, artist, and guest, please, for 3 points.
I've seen it all. I have seen the trees. I have seen the willow leaves dancing in the breeze.
I've seen a man killed by his best friend, and lives that were over before they were spent. I've seen what I was, and I know what I'll be. I've seen it all. There is no more to see. You haven't seen elephants, kings, or Peru. I'm happy to say I had better to do.
What about China? Have you seen the Great Wall?
All walls are great if the roof doesn't fall. And the man you will marry, the home you will share.
To be honest, I really don't care. 'Cause I'm done with them. It don't care. as I on my very first day.
Your grandson's hand as he plays with your hair.
To be honest, I really don't care. I've seen it all. I have seen the dark. I have seen the brightness in one little spark. I have seen what I choose, and I've seen what I need, and that is enough to want more would be greed. I've seen what I was, and I know what I'll be. I've seen it all. There is no more to see.
You've seen it all, and all you have seen. You can't always review on your own little screen. The light and the dark, the big and the small. Just keep in mind you need no more at all. You see what you get, and you know what you need. You see it all, there is no more to see.
Okay, right, there you go. That's the quiz. That's the last song. Hopefully you've got that. If you haven't, have a guess. You need two artists. Remember, there's the end. Okay, what you could do now is if you could send in your answer sheets if you're happy with it. I'm going to run through the whole thing again, but before I do that, I just want to remind you that so the submission times I'm going to change because I think we've started a bit late. It'll probably be 9:30 and 10 at a guess, but I do want to just remind you guys that if you can donate, it would be much appreciated for St Mungo's. They are the corporate charity for my the company I work for, which is Clarion, which is a housing association, and they do very much link up with St Mungo's to help people at a very difficult time. It's a homelessness charity, that's street homelessness. So, of course, during the coronavirus times, it's pretty bad to be on the streets, and of course, it's pretty dangerous as well. Okay, I'm going to start going through all the questions very, very quickly, and hopefully I'll mop up any of the mess you've got. Anything you've not answered properly. Okay, right, so there's the picture around there. I'm not one of the pictures, but I will stay here for now. You need 7 answers there. Who's going to be doing the number 10 briefings? When is closing time? What did Louise Gluck win? Who's the chair of the NIHP? Who is married to the chair of NIHP? What are these different courts? I'm going to leave my face there because you should have got these ready, frankly. What sport is that? What sport is that? What sport is that? What sport is this? And what sport is that? The unification question is on Germany. What date did the Berlin Wall fall? I'm going to give you half marks if you're close enough. Capital of West Germany. East German cars. Which is the most populous of the 16 German states, some of which are city-states. And Angela Merkel was in which party at the tail end of the GDR? And more music. What happens in the film, Turner? If you can answer this appropriately, for me, you will win the quiz. That's 2,020 points you will get. But probably you go for this one. How many films has he directed? Christopher Nolan. Who sponsored first Coronation Street? How many episodes are there of Friends? Which company developed Candy Crush Saga? Which video is the most watched on YouTube of all time? All time, I tell you. 8 pictures there, not including me. I've replaced someone now. 15. You'll get 15 answers for that, and I just need the anagram from the first letters, first names. Okay. The ordinals. I'll come back. Highest selling games console of all time. The name of Adele's second album. The third most popular city in the UK. The fourth prime number. The fifth tallest skyscraper in the world. On to sport again. Most decorated female British swimmer. Latest winner of the Tour de France. General classification. The winningest team in NBA history. The largest transfer fee in Europe this summer. The last female winner of Sports Personality of the Year. Excel questions. How many rows can you have in the XLS file format? What was the spreadsheet software most popular before Excel? What is this guy's name? Let me move my face again. What is the shortcut key for Excel, for help in Excel? Which year did Excel come out on Apple computers? And the last round, which film won the BAFTAs for Best Film last year? What date is the Xbox Series X to be released? Which MCU film has grossed the least at the box office? What was the Japanese version of Super Mario Bros. 2 called when it was before it was reskinned? And who replaced Bruce Forsyth on the Generation game 25 years ago? There we go. Right, I'm gonna play some music. I'll see how many people are actually entering. Please submit by 9:30, and I think I probably will, depending on how many teams there are, 9:45 or 10 o'clock. I will let you know either way. Okay, so I will play some other music for now, and I will let you get your answers in, please. Thank you very much. So 9:30, please.
Come follow me. I'll show you the side of the world, the places that you've never seen. Come follow me. Come follow me. I'll show you the side of yourself, the person that you've always been, but never dreamed.
shark, babe, has such teeth, dear, and it shows them pearly white. Just a jackknife has old Maggie Heath, babe, and it keeps it out of sight. You know when that shark bites with his teeth, babe, scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves, though, wears old Maggie Heath, babe, so there's never a trace of red. Now on the sidewalk, ooh, Sunday morning, lies a body just oozing life, and someone sneaking round the corner. Could that someone be Mac the Knife? There's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know, where a cement bag just drooping on down. Oh, that cement is just, it's there for the weight to dare. 5 will get you 10 old Mackies back in town. Not you hear about Louis Miller? He disappeared, babe, after drawing out all his hard-earned cash. And now Maggie Heath spins just like a sailor. Could it be our boy's done something rash? Now, yes, sweet Audrey, ooh, Miss Madeline, and old Lucy Brown. Oh, the line forms on the right, babe. Now that Maggie's back in town. I said, Jenny Diver, whoa, Suki Tawdry, look out to Miss Lottie Lenya and old Lucy Brown. Yes, that line forms on the right, babe. Not that Maggie's back in town. Look out, old Maggie is back.
It's okay, I'm good. Let's go! Yeah, we bring the stars out. We bring the women and the cars and the cards out. Let's have a toast, a celebration, get a glass out. And we can do this until we pass out.
Let it play, let it go away.
Yeah.
We won't come down until we hit the ground.
Yeah, pass out. Yeah, I'm in charge now. I'm a star and I bought my cars out. I live a very, very, very wild lifestyle. Heidi and Audrina eat your heart out. I used to listen to you, don't wanna bring arms out. I've got so many clothes, I keep some in my aunt's house. Disturbing London, baby, we about to branch out. Soon I'll be the king like Prince Charles. Yeah, yeah, and there ain't nobody fresher. Semester to semester, raving with the freshers. 20 light bulbs around my table and my dresser. CLC compressor, just in case that don't impress her. Say hello to Dexter, say hello to Uncle Fester. Got him gazing at my necklace and my crazy sun protectors. G-Shocks, I got a crazy dumb collection. Haters, I can't get reception. Yeah, we bring the stars out. We bring the women and the cars and the cards out. Let's have a toast, a celebration, get a glass out. And we can do this until we pass out.
Let it play, let it go away.
Yeah.
We won't come.
somewhere in space. This may all be happening right now.
Oh, I've gone off audio again, obviously. I was talking at length there about how the music that I was playing was to help me mark, and also that usually involves me getting pulled from YouTube very soon afterwards. Let me know in the comments if you're back, and then I'll go through the answers. I did say 10 o'clock, but there's only 5 teams this month, I should say. So you've all got a chance, potentially. But do let me know if there's anything. Oh, I don't understand. There's no chat. My chat's gone out again. Should I go with the answers or not? Just say yes in the comments, and I will probably do what you tell me to do. To be honest. Otherwise, I'll just listen to the music. Okay, I'm going to hit us with the answers in capital letters, all caps. If it's all caps, that means I listen. Right, okay, I'm going to stop this music. That was Uncle, one of their first songs. Anyway, right, let's go. So, the first round was, of course, the pictures round, as it always is, for those of you who are doing it. Looking at the people that I've entered, I think you're all repeat customers, so thank you all for playing again. We have 7 pictures here, not including me. Number 1, that is Sarah Ferguson. Number 2 is Adam Driver. 3 is Vanessa May. 4 is Alex Morgan. Recently joined Spurs in the Women's Super League, I think it's called. Number 5 is George Lucas. That is the Star Wars connection. You'll see there's 3 Star Wars pictures there. The next one is Ewan McGregor. The next one after that is Vinnie Jones, footballer and film star. I don't know. I wonder which one he's more famous for now, actually. It could be any of them. Right. General knowledge. Let's have a look. So this was Allegra Stratton, who is now going to be fronting that. She's marginally younger than me. This is 10 o'clock. Someone very kindly put 2200 as well, just to make sure, and I appreciate that. They don't get any extra marks though. Nobel Prize for Literature. I did actually give half marks for anyone who put Nobel Prize as well. I think there are a few people that put Nobel Prize, but most people got that right. Well done. This is Dido Harding. She's been in the news a lot. She is the person who ran Talk Talk and is now running this. John Penrose, the Right Honourable Penrose. Someone got half a mark for that, I think, or maybe one. John Penrose. Piers Harding, I thought was a good answer as well. But John Penrose is the answer. Sports courts. Most people got all of these right, I think, actually. That's American football, NFL, American football. I didn't know this until recently, but someone told me Canadian football is marginally different to American football. I don't know what the difference is with the pitch. That is track cycling. That's a velodrome. This is badminton, not tennis, and I think all the teams got badminton, so well done. This is ice, as you can see there. Ice hockey. I should probably get rid of myself for this, actually. Ice hockey there. This is one of the trickier ones. This was handball. Tricky just in the sense that it's not as common in this country, of course. Music round 2, I'll cover all the music later. This was the German reunification, 9th of November 1989. Where were you on that day? A few people got half marks. One team didn't get any marks. Bonn. Bonn is actually a very small, I don't know if you know if it's a city actually. It's right near Cologne. I went to Bonn last year actually, and it is a very dull place. But it is where Haribo was born, and therefore I did go to the Haribo shop. East Germany produced the car called the Trabant. Also, I think in Germany they called it the Trabi as a nickname. I gave a mark for that as well. Trabant. North Rhine-Westphalia. This has loads of different cities in it. It's got lots of fairly big cities, and is kind of the mining belt, I guess. So that's the most of about 16 million people. Germany, I didn't realise this actually, is the most populous country in Europe as well, in the EU. Democratic Awakening, later part of Alliance für Deutschland, AfD. Nobody got this right. You put the CDU, which I think she's part of now. But at that point in the GDR, she was part of Democratic Awakening. I should have written down the German name for that. I apologise, I did not. Oh, I should be back as well. Put my face back. What happens in the film Tenet? Nobody gave me the answer to this, so the answer for Christopher Nolan is 11, inclusive of Tenet. His first film, which maybe some of you may have missed out, is Following. But his second film, which I think most people do know about, is Memento. So from then, they've all been pretty well known, I think. And very good films, all of them. Which company? This was Cadbury's, fairly recently. Apologies for the appalling spelling on that one. 236, nobody got this right. I gave someone half a mark for being within 10 of it. I thought more people would know that actually, but surprisingly, this is King, who made Candy Crush Saga. They are now part of Activision. Despacito is the most watched video of all time on YouTube. Most teams got that right. The pictures, the next set of pictures, let me hide myself so that I don't obscure Sigourney Weaver at the bottom right, but that is Edward Snowden, Goldie Hawn, Adam West, which I thought would be tricky, and that's why I kept a bit of the Batman mask in. There's Naomi Campbell, Imran Khan, Laura Dern, that one is also from Star Wars, Leslie Nielsen, younger, but looking very, very similar to his older face. The other pictures I found or saw of him young didn't look quite similar. That one looks spot on for his Naked Gun face, and that's Sigourney Weaver. Should I give you 15 letters? I will give you the anagram later. Ordinals. Everyone got this right. This is the PlayStation 2. 21 was the name of Adele's second album. Glasgow is the third most populous. The most populous is Birmingham. Have I spelled that right? I have spelled that wrong. Leeds in number 2. My spelling is appalling. And Glasgow in number 3. I was surprised at Leeds. Manchester, I think, is what a lot of people would say, and I always think of as the second city, but I think is made up of lots of towns within the Greater Manchester area. I think like London, it's made up of lots of different regional areas, so the actual city itself is not as populated as Birmingham, Leeds and Glasgow. The fourth smallest prime number is number 7. This is the Lotto Tower in Seoul. Is the 5th tallest. I gave marks for Seoul Tower, I think, similar-ish ones. Sports questions. This is Rebecca Adlington, who retired at the age of 23. But is still the most decorated female Briton, having done quite well at a young age. Tadej Pogacar, I don't know if I've pronounced that correctly, I probably haven't. That one was probably, you either know or you don't. Boston Celtics are the winningest, they've won 3,426 matches. I think the LA Lakers are second. I think they've been in it for a season less, or 1 or 2 seasons less. So that's why the Boston Celtics are there. Kai Havertz, I was surprised a lot of teams didn't get this right, putting Ruben Diaz, but Kai Havertz moved quite early in the window. Most of the big moves have been in the Premier League. Nobody got this right. Zara Tindall, 2006 winner. She followed her mother, Queen Anne. No, not Prince. It's Princess Royal, Princess Anne, who also won Sports Personality of the Year at some point in the past. But Zara Tindall, or Zara Phillips, as she was at the time, I think, or was going under. Harry Rose, this is 65,536. I did also give, if you got 65,000, I thought that was materially correct. This was in the news because that is why coronavirus numbers were not being updated. It's outside of the 65,000. Lotus 123, which I don't think I've ever used. The actual name for this is Clip It, but I have also given Clippy, to be honest, because that's what it seemed to be called by everyone, and I thought it was a bit unfair, bearing in mind it was really a bit of a joke question. F1, someone put F5. Now I know why you don't know how to use Excel. F1 is what you should be pressing if you don't know what to do. And Microsoft released Excel for Apple computers in 1985. The first version of Excel was actually exclusively for Apple computers, and the Windows version came out in 1987. I didn't know that before. So, a bit of a cheeky question. 1917 won the BAFTAs Best Film. This comes out on the 10th of November. It's very exciting for those of people who are excited. I'm not particularly. Incredible Hulk in 2008. This was the one with Edward Norton in it. It still did very well, but 2008 is, of course, the early part of the MCU. I think it's around the same time as Iron Man. It wasn't quite the same mix of characters and stuff as they are now. So, Incredible Hulk. And that's not on Disney Plus, so I haven't seen it. Question 4. One person got this right, one team got this right. I did accept the spelling for it. Doki Doki Panic is the original name of Super Mario Bros. 2. And the last answer is Jim Davidson. I did think I said this when I was running through the questions, so I'm surprised that there were still some that got wrong. But Jim Davidson, who is famously a bit racist and is a bit surprising to put as the leader of the Generation Game, but that's what we did. And the music around there. So, what I'm going to do is I will show you the anagram. The anagram was this.
But it doesn't do a bit of good. You got to seek till you find, or you'll never unwind.
Yes, this Leaving Las Vegas. I will close that. Go back to the slides. Leaving Las Vegas was the anagram, so you get 7 marks for that. And the music, we had Teardrop with Massive Attack and Liz Fraser from the Cocteau Twins. We had California Girls. I did accept the normal spelling of girls, Katy Perry and Snoop Dogg. Get Lucky with Daft Punk and Pharrell Williams. Stan, which was Eminem and Dido. Someone put Harding in brackets as well, which I thought was quite funny. I'm easily impressed. Under Pressure, which was Queen and David Bowie, or Bowie, depending on how you pronounce it. Get Back, which was the Beatles and Billy Preston, not John Lennon and Paul McCartney, which I thought was quite a nice answer, actually. There's a few teams that did that, not just one. And I've Seen It All with Björk and Tom York, who is very good, actually. Björk and Tom York, that's a great song. From a musical that, from an album called Selma Songs, from the musical Dancer in the Dark, which Björk starred in, and famously, and it may not be true, but famously did eat a dress that she didn't like the look of on set. Anyway, the results, there weren't so many teams this week, so there's only 5. We've got Quizzy Rascal and row 65001. I think they were the team that probably put 65,000 for the Excel answer. Quizzy Rascal and Deadwood actually got the same number of marks, but due to the alphabetic nature of Google Sheets, Deadwood's got that different colour. In second place is K plus C divided by 2. So it looks like half the team, and they've done very well with 70.5, but the winners are, again, my 20-year quiz help. They have taken back their crown, probably quite violently and in a mob, because that's what they like. But they've done very well. Congratulations. There's some pretty good scores, actually, I have to say. I thought it was quite a difficult quiz this month. So thank you all very much for attending. I will leave this normal stuff here. I would appreciate it as well if you could donate. That would be great. The other thing I would like to say, as I always do, there is a quiz run by a member of my 20-year quiz hell on every Tuesday. It's a bit of a different kind of quiz to this one, and I would strongly recommend joining it. I do take part and have, maybe for the last 2 months or so, been appalling. We were doing quite well about 2 months ago, but then we're now very bad. But if you would like to beat us, that's not just another quiz. You need to basically tweet them or send them an email or something just to say you want to take part. They'll send you over all the details. It's a very good quiz. I would strongly recommend it. Anyway, thank you very much all for taking part. I shall see you all later. Any feedback, please let me know. Any pictures, please send them over. Much appreciated. Have a lovely time all and a lovely weekend. Take care. Bye-bye. I'll go after this one.
Something like a mama, the bull. Something salty. Something like a mama, the bull. Something blue. Mama.
Thank you.